Hello everyone, welcome to Coffeeecontalk. Today we are talking to some really special people. Just like every other college, GIPE has an annual fest too, but with a bit of its own touch. Ours is an economic fest. For several years, MANAN has been a prominent feature of GIPE. This time we decided to delve a little deeper into all the effort and action that goes into making it happen. So for this month's Coffeeecontalk, we are joined by the organizers of MANAN, Mathangi, Simran, Hrishikesh, Akshat and Mansi. Thank you for joining us. First of all, would you like to give an introduction to MANAN?
MANAN is the annual economics festival of Gokhale Institute of Politics and Economics that basically aims to build and keep together a passionate community of students acknowledging their interest in the subject of economics, business and finance. So we at MANAN attempt to carry forward the legacy of Gopal Krishna Gokhale, who founded the Servants of India Society with a view to promote education and develop capabilities among Indians for the governance of the nation. We conduct a series of various events where we try to provide a platform for students to apply their theoretical knowledge to real-life scenarios. So to summarize, MANAN is an event, or well, let's just call it a festival, that stretches over 3 days where we organize 3 flagship events, that is Stratathon, which is based on game theory, Dr. Gudgill paper presentation, and lastly panel discussion where we welcome eminent speakers to share their learnings. Apart from these, MANAN organizes 3 exhilarating events, and this year, 2022, we held the NFT Troopers, Let's Get Fiscal and Lights Camera auction. Let's not ignore the fact that these names themselves are quite self-explanatory about how unique the events were. I wouldn't call MANAN just a society, it's a family. If I can speak for myself, I've made quite a few memories to cherish and learned a great deal. I, the General Secretary, speaking on behalf of the entire senior team, believe that it was an honor working religiously for MANAN, and I really hope that the new team maintains the same spirit, catering larger audiences every year.
Hello, Mathangi. So I wanted to ask you that what all efforts that you have to put in to make Manan happen, and were there any major challenges that you faced?
Manan to me has always been about the people and not the work. More or less, everyone who is part of Manan has a similar attitude and work ethic. It's where you find your friends, your people in college. So, being the seniors, the first responsibility that came our way was to choose our junior team. The first interaction with them, the interviews with the team, is always special, and it's where we had to start making the hard decisions as well. Start with 112 applicants to the current team of 25 juniors. Applications, interviews, and decisions, welcoming them to the team, hearing out their ideas and their vision for the new phase of Manan regenerated our spirits. Sorting the new members according to their area of interest to different teams and getting to know more about them was a process in itself with so many creative ideas coming along. From the sparks of ideas to the final execution on the day of the event, the efforts taken by the team was immeasurable and commendable. The content, creative, social media teams working behind the scenes gave us strong pillars to stand on, and we as a senior team give them the complete creative freedom and helping hands in terms of structuring the events, how to go about it, and beyond. So another thing that I really felt that needed my attention was to keep the members of our committee motivated, perhaps the most important. Let's be honest, it does become a little monotonous to sit before our gadgets and come up with creative ideas. And with these many creative minds under an umbrella, disagreements are bound to happen, to which I'm very open to. I believe hearing out the different perspectives eliminate a tendency of herd behavior. And by the end of the ideation process, you are looking at something completely out of the box, and it's quite refreshing, honestly. So, we have learned a lot from our seniors, the amazing lot of that, and we can only hope that our juniors had an equally good experience and learnings from their stint at Manan. The legacy of Manan is in good hands.
Hi Mansi. So my question is that do you remember any particular event or participant that made a mark in Manan? And we would love to hear some of Manan 2022 memories from you.
Hi, my name is Mansi Singhal, and Manan gave me a lovely opportunity to work as a joint secretary of Manan 2022. So I personally supervised an event named Let's Get Fiscal. So I personally find that this event is really good for an economist, like it's all about the budget making and policy recommendations and something which I like the most. And I think which Manan was marked is the journey, is the beautiful journey that, like, I lived that journey with my entire team. And it's not just about the days, weeks and months that we are getting along and brainstorming the events, but it is about the working together as a team, like getting best out of each other, getting best ideas and working on it. I think that was Manan all about.
Hello, I'm Jatin. I'd like to ask a question. In the grand scheme of things, what place does Manan hold in the context of your 2 years at GIP?
So when you ask me the question that what have been my 2 years in Manan been like, in my first year at Manan, I also learned event organization and how to coordinate with team members, something that is very valuable when you join either a company or a research organization and you have to work with people from diverse backgrounds. And so I think that is a very valuable experience in my 2 years at Manan. In my second year, it was a complete turnaround. This time I was in position of my seniors and I was managing someone who was just like me. Somebody who had ideas, somebody who was ambitious, somebody who wanted to put up a good show. But I knew the realities now. And so in my second year as Vice President of Manan, my responsibilities were not just to coordinate activities or organize an event, make decisions, make those decisions which had been made for me last year. So I think that was something that was completely new to me, something that really petrified me in the beginning, and I didn't know how to go about it. But obviously with the help of the senior team around me and the way the juniors work, I had to put my best foot forward in the situation. So in first year I had to worry about execution, but in second year I had to worry about execution as well as the management. So you mentioned the phrase grand scheme of things. You want to know in the grand scheme of things what Manan has meant to me in these past 2 years. Well, considering the first year of getting to know Manan and training and to leading teams to hosting events, it has been a fulfilling experience, and I think I can condense my learning to 3 things: cooperation, leadership and humility. I think these 3 things are something that have changed me over the past 2 years.
Hello Hrishikesh, Padmaja here from 810. Hope you're doing well. So my question to you is, what is the most valued learning that came from your work in Manan, and how do you think that learning would impact your future?
Hello. So to answer your question, I would like to talk about 2 different things. One of them is being a team member and a team player, and of course the team leader. When I joined Gokhale, I met people from different parts of India, and I had this opportunity, particularly after joining Gokhale, which I never had before. So talking to them and understanding their point of views on different things was very interesting, and their approach towards one particular task, even if it is given to multiple people under the project of Manan itself, we could understand how everyone thinks and how they go about it, which allows you to think in a different way about that particular thing, and it helps a lot. And the second thing is creativity, because as I said, we normally we always consider that economics is such a boring subject, or a boring discipline altogether. The people are also boring, but that is not the case. And when you are organizing Manan, you are supposed to think about different economic concepts and applying them in different ways. So in Manan we have 7 different events, and 3 of them are always organized by the students itself. All the others are either pre-planned or outsourced. So while planning these 3 events, you get to learn a lot of different things, a lot of different economic concepts that are to be applied through games and in a very fun way. So that also allows you to be creative in different ways. And as I said earlier, that you get to understand different point of views of different people. I think those 2 things are going to be very helpful in my future, in my career, because it will allow me to solve problems in different ways, or to at least look for the solution in different ways. And of course, all these things will help me in my decision making process, and it will help me to be a good leader. Not only me, but I can say this on behalf of the entire team of Manan, because everyone has a similar experience, and it does allow you to be a good team leader as well. So those are the 2 or 3 big things that I've learned from Manan, which will be helpful for me in my future prospects as well. Thank you.